and I haven't used a new computer in, I don't know, 7 years. And now all of a sudden, everything is different. So let me mute this. There we go. All right, awesome. Cool. Well, and we are ready to go. So everybody that has joined us today, again, welcome. If you have not done so, in the chat window, please let us know where you're from and what you teach. But real quick, my name is John Smith. I am a teacher success manager here at Book Creator. And that's it. I'm not going to say anything else about me because y'all aren't here to see me. You're all here to see Anne today. And I am really excited to introduce to you Anne. So Anne is going to be getting creative with digital citizenship. And I will just give you the brief bio and I'll let Anne do the rest and do her thing. Instructional technology TOSTA at Garden Grove, right? And she's on assignment, special teacher on assignment, doctorate in learning technologies from Pepperdine, right? All kinds of cool stuff there. And she's been in the elementary classroom for 12 years, which is fantastic. So Anne, really excited to be here with us today, have you with us today. So thanks. And without further ado, I'm going to turn off my mic and turn off my camera, and I'm going to let you do your thing. And I'll kind of monitor the chat and see how things are going there. But thanks again for being here and welcome.
Thank you so much. Such a nice, warm welcome. And I love that because one of the things about Book Creator is just such a warm community, and I appreciate it. Keep the chat going because I'm seeing that this is a global community. So thank you so much to those of you who are joining us from so many different time zones. I know I'm from California, and in California, it is morning, and we are, 10 in the morning, brunch time is what we call it. So we are having I love that. We are having a great time. If the weather is wonderful, but I love seeing all the people from all over the world on this webinar. And I'm hoping that more people get a chance to check out the webinar later. So share with your friends. My name again is Hue-An Wren, and I am a teacher on special assignment. In California, we have this role. It's very similar to an ed tech coach. We call them TOSAs, so teacher on special assignment. We have a teacher contract. So we work the same teacher hours, except we're not assigned a classroom. So we get to go out and we are specialized in certain areas. I am specialized in educational technology. And I like to joke, while I can fix your printer, I can also teach you how to use all the really cool software and the apps that, we go in and we want to teach and redefine the learning with our kids. So that's kind of what we do in our district, my role. I'm also a teacher and instructor in the master's program in ed tech at the California State University. So lots of things that I do. I basically eat, breathe, and live ed tech. And I do it because I love it. So when they say you find something that you love for work, it's no longer considered work, right? So my goal in life is to find passion in what I do. I was so lucky when someone came up to me and said, "Hey, does anyone here in this group know how to use Book Creator?" And I shot my hand up so fast and I went, yes. And I've been promoting it all over my district. I love Book Creator. I love everything about it. I could do an entire day of PD on Book Creator and its pedagogical advances on every other ed tech tool. I am such a fan of Book Creator. So when someone from Common Sense asked me that question, I went, yes, absolutely. And so this partnership was born. A Book Creator and Common Sense collaboration PD was born. That's what I do in my district is I do PD, but this PD is very special to me because the two most loved tools in my teacher tool belt is Book Creator and Common Sense Education. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. Like John said, I am Dr. Hue-An Wren. I did get a doctorate in ed tech, in learning technologies at Pepperdine University in Malibu. So I've been in ed tech for as long as I've been teaching. Didn't realize it though, because I really enjoyed it. True story, I got hired because I lied and I said I knew how to design websites. And I said, yes, sure, I could do it. And then I just kind of figured it out as I went through. And that's how my career in ed tech started, right? But a little bit about myself here is that I have some fun. I have all Apple devices, Macs, iPads, all Apple devices. And yet I still have a Google Pixel phone, which I cannot live without because we work with Google. So I still have just the Google phone, which I feel like I'm kind of limited, like it's like a handicap that I have, although I love my Pixel and will never leave it. And then I have some other little fun facts here. What I did today was I created a book creator book using the tools that I'm going to model for you today. So if you see this really cool slide where I have a get to know me graphic, I created this in Canva, which is an integration within Book Creator. So you'll see that these tools that I did were really easy to create, and I'll show you in a little bit how to create those tools. Those badges on the side basically mean that other people have declared that I know things. Common Sense Ambassador, I've been working as a Common Sense Ambassador for the last 2 years, and I am hoping that I become another Common Sense Ambassador for another year. But I am truly someone who digital citizenship is something that just kind of, it's innate in me, and it is something that I'm working really hard to get that message out. And Common Sense has been an amazing resource for teachers and parents. So I really do like partnering with them and their resources and helping get the message out. I did the new Book Creator Certified Author process. So if you're interested in doing that, it's a wonderful way to get to understand the program. And that's why I do the badging, right? I do all the badges so I can understand the tools, right? And the Book Creator Certified Author program, super easy. You go in there, it's all done within Book Creator, and you can start it and stop it as you please. So super easy to do. I also do work for not work. I am a certified innovator for Google for Education, and I basically applied and was accepted to their cohort, and I got to do the cohort, the design thinking challenge over in on the Google campus in Venice. This was way before we went to lockdown, so I had the privilege of going in person. And then I have a couple other badges there that I think ISTE community leaders, as I work with ISTE and getting all of the messages that we're so passionate out. So you see me around. If you're in ed tech, you'll probably find me. Today I get 45 minutes to show you these tools and how to use them. And I don't think that's enough. Earlier, I told you I could spend all day on Book Creator, but I'm showing you 2 really robust tools in 45 minutes. So I'm really going to be purposeful about the things that I'm going to show you, right? And we're really going to focus on creativity, because creativity is something I really feel like got us through a lot. So much lies in the word creativity, right? So for our students, creativity is so important. It most importantly fosters motivation. Our students can be motivated to be creative. Even those students who tell you they're not creative or they don't like doing, they will figure out ways to enjoy being creative, right? Even if being creative isn't coloring or drawing, they like being creative is also problem solving and critical thinking. So just because you say you're being creative, it doesn't mean that you are coloring and drawing and adding and making things aesthetically pleasing. It garners interest, right? When you offer creativity, especially opportunities to be creative in your lessons, students have a little bit of autonomy. And so it garners interest for them and allows them to kind of choose how they want to express and show you what they know. Some students love color. Some students have that apple black and white kind of motif, and it's absolutely very chic, and that's a thing. And that's what's interesting to those students, and to be able to offer that and let them choose the path they take is very, very motivating for them. Emotional development, when you create something and you look back at what you've created and that's truly empowering, right? And to have students be able to own what they're making and what they're learning and be proud of something like that, that's important for our students developmentally. And they need that. They need those opportunities to have that. I'm reading a book right now on brain learning with the neurosciences, and the brain exercises that come from critical thinking and creativity are immense. Those neurotransmitters are moving because you're like, I think this looks right, but I don't know if it looks right. I want it to go this way. And so you're really flexing those brain muscles when you're working on your activities with creativity. And then, of course, if you look on any survey that tells you what skills employers are looking for in the future, any survey, anytime within the last 10 years, they will tell you that creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking are right up there at the top. And how do you teach that, right? We teach facts and things, but you don't have to teach creativity. You just give them opportunities and let them practice it, right? And that's why Book Creator comes out so nicely, is that you have those opportunities to practice that creativity. And and flex those muscles. I really do remember looking at, drawings and even presentations I built when I first started this job compared to presentations that I'm building now, and how I've grown in my process. So I'm not necessarily getting more creative. I'm just practicing it and getting it better, right? So I really want to be able to offer those opportunities to students as often as we can. So when we think about that, how do you offer those opportunities in a digital citizenship curriculum? The beauty of digital citizenship curriculum, or digital citizenship in general, is that it can be anywhere. It can go into anything. It can be embedded. It can be a tiny little conversation spark. It can be a giant 4-day lesson, but digital citizenship doesn't have to be a certain way, but we have opportunities to infuse them in our digital presentation. So what I want to show you is, if you're not familiar with the Common Sense digital citizenship curriculum, they have a full curriculum for grades K through 12 that are leveled based on these 6 digital citizenship tenets, right? So they focus on media balance and well-being, privacy, security. When you click on and go to the presentation, go to the website, you can see the entire curriculum. I have it linked here so that you can see it. But the curriculum here has everything in level. And so now if you want to take a look at it, what you do is you can filter by the grade level that you want to filter, right? Or you can clear the filters and see all grades and just focus on what it is that you're looking for. Today, actually, we're going to be doing news, media, and literacy, as well as another very primary skill. So news, media, and literacy, I just want to focus on that. It gives you a little bit of a description. You can go into a deeper description here, and then it has every single lesson for every single grade level, right? Today, we're actually going to be looking at the 9th grade lesson, Hoaxes and Fakes, and I'm going to click on that so you can see what resources are available. Common Sense has pretty much any resource you can use. They have Google slide decks for it. They have the lessons laid out really nicely, approximate times. Now, these are actual standalone lessons that you can use, but you don't have to use all of them. You don't have to use all of the lessons. You don't have to use each component. You can pick and choose the part that you like. And in fact, what I'm going to model for you today is a part of this lesson that you can use by itself, independently, or with you. So depending on how you want to use it, you can kind of cater it to what you need. The key, though, is that they've curated all of these lessons for you based on research that they've done with Harvard University. So we do want to be able to see like what all the resources here. If you've not had a chance to check out the digital citizenship curriculum from Common Sense, this is the place to go, I imagine. And then for parents, there's even a tab for parents. And I, as a parent, I really enjoy the resources on this side that are also translated for Spanish speaking parents. So if you're interested in looking at those are there. But today I'm going to show you how do we infuse these lessons together, right? So when we bring these two partnerships together, a couple questions come up, right? What opportunities for creativity exist in Common Sense lessons? So we're going to take a look at those lessons. Where can we do that? And how does Book Creator offer students a chance to create? Today, I'm going to show you some of those creativity tools in Book Creator that are amazing. They're going to blow your mind because they're so fun. And I hope that you get a chance to log into Book Creator and play along with me, push the buttons that I'm pushing, because I find, even though I don't feel like I'm quote unquote a creative person, I find therapy in just sitting there and pushing buttons and making things pretty. So play along with me today as I show you some of these really cool tools. And then will I have time to dedicate to these projects? That is the ultimate question. How do I have time to do this? Where am I going to find? I know teacher schedules. There is no way. Where do we get the time to fit in these lessons? Here's the thing. And I heard this from an admin of mine, and he said, if you find time to do this now and to teach these skills now, you won't need the time later when the students are misbehaving and you need to address it then. Right? Address it now, address it and set those expectations and teach them how to do it before later you have to address it in a different way, because you're going to find the time is going to come, whether you're doing it now or you're going to do it later when you're addressing it differently. Will students focus more on creating than the objective of the lesson? Right? So if you want, you can give them limited time to create. Sometimes that creative outlet is a little bit of therapy. So maybe make that an optional extended activity. If you have time later, you can work on it later. If you finish it, you can work on it later. Or if you would like to give them that time, maybe that you can take that time and work with a small group on something different. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to focus the objective, but once you set those expectations and those rules, say, I need you to finish this part, anything going back in will be absolutely a benefit, right? Oh, Leticia, hi, I see you over there. So let's take a look. This is one of the lessons that we pulled from Common Sense Media, right? And I just pulled earlier, we had these little blueprints, right? And where can you insert creativity? Right there, right there, right there. Like it's there, they're there. And they are opportunities that you can do to let students demonstrate what they know. And then also, so many people think that creativity is a thing that you do when you're done with the lesson, but students need to have opportunities to grapple with the content, right? So even if you're reading something or you're looking at a picture and you want to do something, you want to take notes, you can do that while being creative as well. Take notes in Book Creator. You can do graphic organizers in Book Creator. So those are ways that you can also insert creativity. And of course, you can do it with paper and pencil as well. But sometimes with Book Creator, you have the audio feature. So even though they're taking notes, they can explain their notes in more detail, right? Using that audio feature to kind of up level the notes that they're taking. So let's take a look at this example. I have drawn on and on and on. I want to show you what we did. So I took this lesson, 9th grade, hoaxes and fakes, and I turned it into a Book Creator book. And what if I were teaching this in the classroom, what would I do with it? I would make it a book and give it to the students. And if I had an opportunity to be with them and walk them through the lessons, I would. If I were teaching in a virtual situation or an independent study situation where the students get to kind of work on their own, I could give them this book and everything would be laid out with directions and easy for them to see. So what I've done here is I've linked the actual lesson here. But we already saw that lesson earlier. So here's the lesson itself. And I took parts of this lesson and created a book. And let me show you this book. This book, if this is the teacher version of the book, so if you read this teacher version of the book, you'll see that it's got a teacher guide in it and with some notes, and I have links to everything in this book, so we're going to share this book with you. This is the YouTube video that goes with the lesson. And then you get to talk to your students. Is it real or is it fake, this video? And the lesson's really about telling us whether something is real or fake, right? Can we decide if the media that we look at is real or fake? And here is the essential question. You'll notice I have some audio boxes here where I'm telling them the instructions.
How can we tell whether something we see online is real or fake?
And what I love about that is that it is truly accessible, right? The video is accessible with closed captioning. I have read the text for you. So for those who are who want a little bit more accessibility, you're seeing all these different things, right? So media literacy strategy, it's lateral reading, which is what we focus on in this lesson. We talk about determining the credibility of online information. And in this video, you'll see how we call it lateral reading, which means opens up more tabs on the side. And so many people, when they read a website, they read straight down, but when you go straight down on a website, you're reading that information from that person, that author, right? And so what you want to do is you want to corroborate what you're reading. So you open up new tabs and find other sources, right? So very great way to corroborate some of the media that you're reading. And then as students work through, now the directions are there. There's text to support those directions, graphics and images to help them record. So here is a video and the students have to decide, and they're watching the video. I determined this and I left a sentence stem there, but as you're editing your book, you can take that sentence stem off. I determined this video was credible or not credible or real or fake, depending on the academic language you want to use, because what is it that you determine? So we have a couple videos here. So they can look at these videos and see which one is real, which one is fake. And then here's the student assignment that gives them some opportunity to get creative, right? So here, if you noticed earlier, we had audio or video responses from students. Here, they are going to edit or annotate a website. Okay. What I did here was I created this website in one of the cool features in Book Creator. And then I had the students annotate. So these are the annotations. The lighting on this image doesn't match the background. So the octopus lighting doesn't match the lighting on the tree in the background, right? Octopus don't live in trees. This is not a real domain, Pacific Northwest. Someone actually, typed it in and it's not real. Here's a video of me talking about why I think this image is fake. Right? So many different things that we could do to annotate why. So we have two images there that students can choose from to annotate what's fake about these websites. And those are just examples. If you have other websites you'd like to use, if you have one that you always use, this would be a really good one. Challenge number 2, and this one was a little bit iffy. You might want to have conversations about this with students before you do this challenge. So if you choose not to use it, you just delete the page out of the book. But challenge number 2 is to create your own fake website. Right? Using the tools in Book Creator, create a website. And in this one, I created a fake newsletter, an article, and I wrote, Dr. Wren discovers the cure for restless leg syndrome, which obviously I did not discover the cure for restless leg syndrome. I don't even suffer from that. So I don't even know. So, and then I wrote this gibberish down at the bottom. So, and those are ways for me to be able to create and show students how anyone really can create something that looks really amazing and real, and people would believe it if that was the kind of media that was out there, right? So we want to show them anyone can create anything. So don't always believe things the first time you see it, right? So it's, let's take a look. I created this book here, a little demo book, so I can show you kind of what I did to get to how I did the thing. So I love that when I was doing the Book Creator, the authors here, I learned a lot of new updates that Book Creator had. And I wanted to show you, I'm actually going to go to the back and create a new page. I'm going to go to page 13 here. And I'm going to show you kind of a couple of things. So if you ever want to add anything new to Book Creator, to the page, you go to the orange plus. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with these types of tools, but what I used a lot is I can insert a bunch of things, but the rocket ship is where I introduced the fun stuff. So earlier you saw a GIF. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. There's debate. So I'm going to say GIF. And so if you wanted to add one of those, keep in mind that Giphy is age. There's a criteria for age on that one. So make sure you're following along and looking at the age guidelines for Giphy. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do happy birthday. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. So, that seems like an appropriate, and you just put it right in. So, which is really nice. And then I'm going to go in and maybe I can move it. I want to move it. It's just a little bit too big. I'm just going to put it up at the top here. There we go. I like it there. So some other things I used and I loved, I'm sure you saw this, the animated emojis. This is so cute. The kids have a lot of fun with this, and it just brings to life emojis that they already know, right? I guess I should bring in a party hat since we're going with a theme here. Let's see if I can find the little birthday one. Yay, there it is. Right? Oh, that fits perfectly right there. See, so I'm having so much fun adding things to my book and creating the book, and students can do this as well. John put in a link with the new App Store. It definitely is something that you should check out because it is so easy to do. And lastly, I wanted to show you Canva, the Canva integration. What it does is it opens Canva in your inside Book Creator. So when you open Canva, you are editing everything inside. So I'm just going to take this one right here and I'm going to make it, and I'm going to say, Emma is my daughter's name. Let's see here. Let's try that again. There we go. Most amazing. Okay, there we go. Now I have a cute little graphic. And then I'm going to add to book. I'm going to click on there and add it to my book. And what I love is that it just puts it right in there, and it is on top. So I don't know if you remember how to do the layering of objects. So you can click on here and you can put it in the back so the other things can show up. So I'm going to put it like that. There's my book. And so when you read the book, you won't see the stuff that's hanging off at the bottom. So it's kind of nice. See? And it's a really nice way to create really quickly and really easily with the tools that are there. And how fun was that? Like I just had a lot of fun and it took 2 minutes to create that really quick graphic. But this one right here, this page with the newspaper, I did that through Canva as well. So I'll show you, I'm going to go back to that page. And then later, if I decide I want to edit it again, go back and edit, just click on it and it will take me back into Canva so I can edit it. So I'm going to I'll say, I just needed it to stop and I wanted to help my grandmother, Dr. Wren claims. I'm going to make it even more suspicious, right? There. So I can change it to a different disease. I mean, I can do whatever I want and then I'll just save it and it'll put it right back in my book. So it's a wonderful way to create those different graphics. And I use that to create that. I also used, I just used a website clipping for this one. And I use the audio and video recorder for this one, right? So the directions are all there on the next few pages. You'll see websites that are fake. Use the creative tools to annotate what makes this information fake. And I love the idea of having students having that ability to record themselves speaking, because this is something that we want our students to be able to speak more up to. They can just write yes. Yes, it is fake. But why? Why is it fake, right? Why is it? What did you see in there? And what's great is that you can share the publish link. And so other students can read other students' work and other students' books and have them really talk to each other about, oh, I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice this and I didn't notice that. So it's a wonderful way to kind of finish up a lesson. And that wasn't even how the common sense lesson was built. The common sense lesson, when you look at it, it gives you, oh, I have to sign in for that, but it gives you the ability to just write it down on a worksheet and write it down through Pear Deck or Google Slides. So that's just one of the ways that we can use those common sense lessons. Again, Common Sense gave me in their lesson all the videos. They gave me the lateral reading part. They gave me the activity, the question stems, because we want good question stems that will start to spark their imagination and their creativity and really get them thinking about what they're doing, right? I just have about 15 minutes left. I know. Can you believe the time is going so fast? But I want to make sure I have enough time to share to share my last project and then do some Q&A. So I'm going to move on from this unless, John, do we have any questions that I can answer about this particular lesson and infusing creativity with this?
I haven't seen any questions. Most of the questions were kind of focused around EdLaw 2D so far. So yeah, no, everything is going well so far. Yeah, keep it up.
Awesome. Like I said, I could do this all day long. I really do enjoy it. And I'm going to, at the end of this session, I'm going to share the link to this book, my slide deck book. And that way you'll have clickable links to everything that I built. The books that I built with the real versus fake books, those are all remixable, which means in Book Creator, you can take it and make a copy of it and make it your own. And if you do this lesson, please, please, please share with me on social media. Let me know how it went. And it makes my heart happy to know that I am helping influence a group of teachers out there to help make their lives just a little bit easier. So let me go to the one last thing I wanted to show you, and it's super cute. And there's one thing I wanted to show you in particular. This lesson right here, We the Digital Citizens, came out to be, it's a really sweet lesson. It's a grade 2 lesson. And it basically talks about being a digital citizen, right? What it's like to be good digital citizen. We're not focusing on what's bad or what's not, the the bad, this bad, that, don't do this, don't do that. But we're really focusing on what makes you a good citizen, right? What are some things that you can do to make you, and a citizen meaning digital or non-digital, right? So May was National Kindness Month. And so one of my colleagues really, we partnered up and we were like, let's do a kindness book, right? Based on this lesson here, let's do a kindness book. So we took that and we created this kindness book. And this book is what I'd like to say, a compilation of kids' work. Okay. And we asked them one question and they went and answered it in Book Creator. And we took all of their books and put them in one big book. So this is written by some very special students at a school in Garden Grove, curated by me. I couldn't put all of them in, but I tried really hard to get them in. So if you see this book, you'll see the very sweet annotations of kids in this book. So how are you showing kindness? So we talked about in-person and online. Now we just got off of virtual learning. So a lot of our kids online means Zoom. You'll see that the kids were able to make in this book different ways that they show kindness, right? And it is so cute how in real life and online, and they talk about games. Now, this is a collaboration of kids from 3rd grade all the way down to kindergarten. And you can see that these kids really think about, like, what does kindness mean? What is kindness? And how do you be kind? And, with kids and their experiences, kind is things that like helping them with their homework or helping them get past a really challenging level on a game, cleaning up and doing chores, so many different ways. And if you notice, the kids used all these books. So there's that little head right there. That's an emoji. That's an emoji from inside of Book Creator. And they used their trackpad to draw the rest of the body there. And on the other side, they couldn't find the emoji that they wanted, so they drew it. And those icons also come from Book Creator by using the add images button. So they went and found some icons. Look at those emoji heads and drawn bodies, right? They drew those bodies or found those, but they made all these drawings themselves using their Chromebook. So we did not have any iPad schools on this one, but they are drawn with their Chromebook trackpad. So I love that they recorded it and they talked about it, and it was just the cutest little thing. So I want to show you a couple of this one right here. I wanted to show you the skill that the creativity that my kids in. And John, we had talked about this a while ago when you came to our district and presented for our district. The fact that they take the emojis, the heads, and they draw the body to match the emotion. So take a look at giving a compliment to make someone's day even better, right? So
I love these.
She's the little kid. They use the emoji where they're giggling and they put the arms in there. And then of course they use the little flex emoji, right? And he's like, that they're giving them a compliment because they're so strong. And the hearts with the hugs, like, to me, an emoji is an emoji, but when you put the body with it and you draw and you add the body language to it, keep in mind, this is 4th grade. And, they had already done this because we did this with a personal narrative writing for Book Creator. So they already knew how to tell stories with body language and using the emojis. But this actually came about because I was drawing something and I needed to show body language. And so they took it and they went crazy with it and combined multiple emojis to go. I mean, it was really, the one with the science, help someone with their homework, the science experiment with the little exclamation points on top. You can tell so much based on what they draw. So it really is one of those things where I'm so excited that the kids get a chance. There's that rainbow pen everybody loves, right? Everybody loves rainbow pen. And they used it to draw hearts and decorate. I'm sure that was one of the last things just to fill up the empty space. They used the marble background. It was just a really neat way to share what they're doing. So I'm going to click on one just so we can hear.
Another way I could show kindness to my friends in person is like walking with them to the cafeteria or playing with them at recess, like anything like that to make them feel comfortable with you and play with you.
So they could have just wrote walking with them to recess, But the fact that we have the audio, can you see how much more they elaborated on that? And so let's look at the online version.
A way I could show kindness when I am on Zoom or online is by saying good morning to my classmates and saying, how's your day?
So I love that it just opens up. And this, even though it's a project about kindness, and this is digital citizenship, right? This is talking about how to be kind, whether you're being kind in person or being kind on a computer. Like if it is kind, you want to be kind, right? And so this was a wonderful way. And what had happened originally was I was trying to do it with one classroom. And then another teacher asked that teacher, what are you doing? This looks fun. So then the other teacher went and sent her students, they were third graders, to the other classes to be helpers and help them create some of these other ones. That's how this project grew so fast, so quickly. I want to say this project was completed. Every single kindergartner, second grader, and third grader at this school finished within a matter of days because they were so excited about it. And of course, they wanted to keep going. The teachers had to stop them, but they picked it up so quickly. And personally, I was like, this introduced Book Creator to those grade levels. They weren't using it before. And now they love it. And it's just a really quick way of letting the kids get to know the tool, and also talking about like, how are you kind? Because we need that right now in our world. We need that right now more than anything, is to teach ourselves and learn from our students. Please, please, please be kind, and be kind in everything that you do. Model kindness, whether you're a kindergartner or a teacher veteran of education. We all need to model that kindness for our students. And I hope that this kind of project brings it to the forefront where we can talk about it. And now, if you start the year this way, now kids will come back and go, I was kind and I did this and this so-and-so. And the teachers can go back and go, oh, what a wonderful act of kindness. And that word just becomes prolific in our language, right? That's what we need right now. So I hope you were able to enjoy that book, because I had so much fun with that book. It was one of the most empowering books I've written in so long. And the fact that we were able to curate it and put them all together, because in Book Creator, if you make one book or each kid makes their own book, you can combine them. Imagine the community that you're building when you combine them. So what we did was we combined all those books. And so now we have a school kindness book, right? So it was a wonderful way to wrap up Kindness Month and kind of share that book. And so they loved it, because when they were reading it, they saw their classmates' books in addition to other kids' books at their school. So it was really neat example to go. So as I'm finishing today, I would love for you to just think about this. And I made this in Canva. What will you do next? What do you need to be successful in your endeavors with Book Creator, with digital citizenship curriculum? Let's think about like the things that you could use right now, the things that you need more time with, just to grapple with. What resources do you need, and how will you reach out for support? Let's think about those things so that we have kind of a moving on point, right? How do we move on and get started with what we do? The good thing is I can help you with one of these. How will you reach out for support? Just DM me on Twitter, reach out to me, email me. I am happy to send out any resources you need to send out. Leticia is here, who is my colleague from Common Sense Education. I'm sure you'll find her all over Twitter as well, doing amazing presentations. And John is also available to help you on the Book Creator side, to help you get some really cool ideas going. But we do very, very much love having those two resources combined into one amazing product, amazing opportunities for our kids. How fun that can be for our kids, right? Thank you, John. So give them those chances, give them those opportunities. We'll practice it, we'll get good at it, and then we share out. And I would love to see student examples. If you have, how much fun did you have looking at those kindness books, right? Share those out so that everyone else can see your kindness books or your digital citizenship books. Okay, John, I think I want to give some time and honor questions or comments. I see some things going through the chat. Is there anything I can help with? Answer questions?
So far, I haven't seen many questions that I haven't been able to take care of, but these are just amazing resources. I'm just going to throw a couple of other links in there while we're kind of wrapping things up. And I know you wanted to put the link to this book in there as well. We did do 3 digital citizenship activity books with Common Sense already. So that is the link I just put in there, which is great. We also have a creative digital citizenship book that another one of our friends, Monica Burns, has put together. So I'll put that one in there as well. All of these can be found in the Discover section in the teacher dashboard. So if you are in the teacher dashboard, you can see those there as well. But this was great. This is a wealth of information. I already sent a message to our marketing person who was like, these books are amazing. Like, I can't wait to see, like, these are awesome. So we would love to add them to our digital citizenship library of books too at some point. So I'm sure Siobhan will be reaching out to you and so that we can figure that out. But yeah, these are absolutely great. So thank you so much for that. If there aren't any more questions, I'm just seeing lots of excitement in the chat window. So if there aren't any more questions, I just want to say, Anne, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for being here. Be safe out there. Happy bookmaking and happy digital citizenship. And I can't wait to see more emails, tweets, and everything about all of the amazing stuff that you and your students create. So awesome work, everybody. The webinar will be, like I said, has been recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel later. So if you just go to YouTube and search Book Creator, then you'll see our channel and all of our videos that go with it. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day and happy bookmaking. See you, Anne.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.